ऑलरेडी झूम केले.
For you today to welcome to the significant gathering of mine with our Civil and Environmental Department of Engineering Department VJTI. This seminar is organized by CESA, ICI and Alumni Association of VJTI. Without further ado, I would like to request Dr. A.S. Weil, Head of Civil Engineering and Environmental Engineering Department, to share the insights with us.
Good morning. Honorable Director, Dr. Professor, today's expert engineer Vivek Naik, who has all the way came from Naik. Morning. Our own engineer Professor Sarode sir, and all our alumni members who are present here, my faculty members, my program coordinator Dr. Maske sir, and all CESA students, ICI students, and all the students who are attending this program. In brief about department, as Engineer Naik is already alumni of VJTI, is aware. Although I will just in brief tell that VJTI started in 1987. As our tradition, we used to start with this. Our department diploma program started in 1912, and BE Civil started in 1949. And then we added MTech Environment in 62, Structure in 71, and Construction Management in 1991. So that is our department history of the courses which we have started. Our department, we are proud to say that we are NBA accredited, fourth cycle of NBA accredited. And presently also we are accredited. It was the fourth cycle of NBA accreditation. Recently, as you are aware that every institute will grow and students will have the latest knowledge if we are going hand in hand with the industry. So recently we added to the department's profile 2 student chapters. One is the Indian Concrete Institute, as you was in India President of Indian Concrete Institute, so you are aware of the activities in last year 2022. And another Indian Water Course Association. So 2 student chapters we have started last year. And also we have started our news bulletin for the department, so that all the activities will be covered under that. And our Indian Community Institute is coordinated by Dr. S.R. Maski and Indian Water Association by Madam Bangali Madam and Professor Chaudhary. So we are very much thankful to our Alumni Association. We are also alumni, that our department, including this hall and many other classroom, project lab, many other facilities are developed by the point of alumni. And they are always kind, and the civil department is leading here for the establishing and having good facilities for the students. So, sir, I am very much thankful to you to be here today. Although you are busy with your own business company, and I'm thankful to you for being here. I'm also thankful to our director sir for allowing us, especially Alumni Association also for being always kind enough to be with us for any program. And I welcome you all and all the participants for this today's session. And I am sure that this session will be definitely beneficial to you, and it will help you in future also when you are in the profession, in the industry, and when you are working with repair consultant or for new projects, then how these construction chemicals are helpful in all that. So that way it will be helpful to all of you. So thank you very much, and once again I welcome all of you, and I thank the Alumni Association for arranging this program in coordination with our coordinator. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. Now I request Dr. Sumit Maske to brief the Industry Institute Interaction and Indian Concrete Institute.
From last 5 years, during our regular slot we are calling the expert, and the students are benefited. But with under the leadership of Dr. Y sir, we have started the Indian Concrete Institutions student chapter, and last year we conducted 5 such courses with the help of the industry people, as well as always there is support from the VJTI Alumni Association. At present, ICA student chapter, there are 52 students from the SYB Tech and 18 from the MTech. And this year, again, the new memberships, students are eager to join. And so students are benefited a lot because we have conducted a lot of concrete competitions, poster presentations. Recently, under the NEP 2020, first year we have introduced one subject, design thinking, where our Dr. Shulu madam, Annie madam, and the Tar madam, they have conducted the model completions, and first year civil students have participated. So this is useful to all. So I am thankful to Dr. Engineer Vivek Naik sir, our alumni. Yeah, after his busy schedule also he is there, and I definitely confident that his expertise lecture will be helpful to us. Thank you.
One thing I forgot to tell because all these industry experts are there. The department is intending to have established one lab with the industry supported lab. So there are people from industry here, so I took this opportunity to appeal them that we wanted to establish the industry supported lab in the civil engineering department. So with whoever industry, if it is supporting us, then we will identify the space and we will see that that lab is beneficial to the students. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Honoring today's event, I request Dr. Sachin Kore, Director of VJTI, and Dr. A.S. Wile, sir, to felicitate Mr. Vivek Naik by bouquet and memento.
Kindly allow me to introduce you to Mr. Vivek Naik, an innovative leader and leader in civil engineering and construction technologies. He is an exemplary engineer with a distinguished educational background. He is an alumni of VJTI 1981 batch who has done BE in civil engineering and PGDM from IIM Ahmedabad. Vivek Naik's engagement go as far back as his key membership in CED2 committee that formulates standards such as those relating to concrete structures, mixed proportioning guidelines, and admixture concrete. The fact that he was involved with the IS 3370 and the Construction Chemical Manufacturers Association reveals his dedication towards improvement of the industry. As the former president of ICI, that is Indian Concrete Institute, Vivek Naik has promoted awareness and understanding of concrete technology throughout India as well as among India's institutes of higher learning. Thank you.
We now request our Honorable Director, Dr. Sachin Kore, sir, to share his words of wisdom.
Very good morning. First of all, thanks to Professor Wire, Dr. Maske, and our engineer, comrade, Alumni Association, and the entire Civil Department Students Association for organizing such an event, very wonderful event to mark our 100-year celebration. So, as you all know that we started, VJTI started in 1887, so about 136 years back. And we came on this particular campus 100 years back, that's 1923. VJTI Civil Engineering Department started in about 1912, so 111 years of history that Civil Engineering Department has. And we all know that how civil engineering plays a very crucial or important role in the society. It always played a role since ancient India, and till today it's playing a very important role. And I'm very happy that our esteemed guest today, Mr. Vivek Naik, founder and managing director of India Private Limited, he himself is an alumni of this institute, and we are very proud and honored that you accepted our invitation to come here and grace this occasion. We decided to celebrate our centenary year, that is 100 years on this campus, by organizing technical talks, series of talks. Yesterday we done with electrical engineering. Today, civil engineering, and these talks will go on for a week. And our exact day of centenary year celebration is 14th of November. That's 1923. So next week is the Diwali week. So we'll see how we'll conclude with that. In regard to civil engineering prospects, I still wonder, though I'm not a civil engineer, of course, but I still have a fascination towards various ancient constructions, and I'm still trying to find solutions to that. That how old age buildings are constructed, which are still having such a good strength. If we talk about such marvels of construction, you start Taj Mahal is one of the wonder in the world, and we still are wondering how we are maintaining such a nice architectural wonder as well as civil engineering wonder. There are several names which I can take, Unar temple or several other temples which are built in India with ancient civil engineering. And now today we talk about Indian knowledge system and how civil engineering got evolved from one layer to another layer. These are the important examples which we actually need to study. And coming towards, that's the earlier era, but coming towards now these heritage building, the VJTI itself has building 100 years old structure. Our C section, what we have is a heritage building which is declared by Government of Maharashtra and Heritage Department. And this is the heritage building, and we need to preserve that. We are also trying to preserve and uplift our heritage site for this. I request all our faculty members and students to come forward and participate in various academic and research activities which are happening within the department as well as within the institute. I am very proud and happy to tell you that Civil Engineering Department, as Professor Vaya rightly mentioned, it is NBA accredited, fourth time NBA accredited department, and due to which a unique opportunity AICT has offered to Civil Engineering Department, that AICT has sanctioned 30 more seats for Civil Engineering Department to admit working professionals to run an undergraduate program only for working professionals, which will be run in the evening or on online platform. This is a unique achievement that Civil Engineering Department. Only 3 departments across VJTI and only 9 such schools in Maharashtra, in Mumbai city region, they have selected. So very limited number of educational institutes have this honor to go ahead and offer engineering degree to working professionals, and I'm very happy that civil engineering is one of them. In line with that, structural engineering also got approval for 15 more seats for their PG program. So that's another achievement in terms of our achievement. So in line with this, our strength, I always speak that our strength is our undergraduate students, our strength is our PhD students, our master students, and our faculty teaching learning process. That's our strength, and due to which, as Professor Vaya said, we are in the process of developing world-class laboratories, and due to these world-class laboratories, due to these highly qualified, dedicated faculty members and very talented students, I always take a pride in showing that our closing ranks are above 90 or 95, I should say, for all our undergraduate students. VJTI still remains the first choice in the Maharashtra state, and that must be true in your days as well in 1981, way back. You have to, yeah, of course, and that's how the students are privileged, and they are. We also take pride in having such cream of the Maharashtra state, and we are committed to reciprocate back and give the best possible facilities to the students. And Professor Vaya is not letting any stone unturned to make sure that your life is comfortable in the department and you get best world-class facilities, including such kind of seminar rooms, classrooms, thanks to Alumni Association that they are taking so much efforts, and Civil Engineering Department is one of its kind, renovated, modified department where students feel comfortable. I have a dream that all VJTI rooms and classrooms and laboratories will become like that, and I hope within a 5 years stay, I will be able to fulfill my dream. Let's see. I urge our students that technology doesn't remain at the old ancient. We have to keep on moving. You must have heard that our forefathers or ancestors, they must have lived in mud developed houses, and then concrete, and then you know the history of civil engineering. And now we talk about fiber reinforced concrete. Now we talk about smart cities. Now we talk about IoT in civil engineering. Now we talk about 3D printing of the entire structures. So we have to keep on learning new things. We have to keep on pursuing research in these areas. Our department, our VJTI Institute is getting such good research project. I'm very happy to tell you that we are one of the good contributor in Pollution Control Board. Professor Bave and his team is working on that. And we all know that that's also a side news that Mumbai is featured in top 10 cities for the worst pollution. And as a student and as a future generation, we have a commitment. You being a talented, if we can't do it, nobody can do it. So we have to come forward, do some research. We have to contribute to the technology and make sure that our vicinity, our area, our society, our state and our country gets uplifted due to our research, due to our efforts, and we can study something which with the simple things we can contribute. The simplest way is to contribute to your undergraduate project. You get in line with your faculty advisor, get in line with your PhD mentors and others, and I'm sure you'll be able to, your small step forward will be able to change the world drastically. So I think with these few words, I once again congratulate you all for assembling here and celebrating the centenary year, and I wish you all very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your motivating words. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Vivek Naik to deliver his technical presentation.
Morning everybody again. Before I start, I would like to thank my professors and teachers, head of the department, Dr. Vivek, the coordinator, Dr. Maske. Who is the CESA judges? Adiya. Because he's organized this also. I also thank Dr. Sachin Kore, who gave a lot of insight about what VJTI wants to be. And I'm thankful to CV Kamble, who is my friend and batchmate, and who is very strongly associated along with Amankar and being a very strong part of the Alumni Association. So also Dr. Sarode and I think Shantilal Jain and all the team, they are doing a lot. See, I am not permanently here in Mumbai, though I have a factory in Mumbai. I have got some people to manage it, so I don't come very often. I come at least 4 or 5 days only in Mumbai, and rest of the time I'm moving around. But yes, they are doing the whatever they can do for the institution. Most of you have selected, I think, civil engineering, and some of you might have landed up here. But because now there is a lot of competition, and first you should go to IIT and all that. But let me tell you, if you have come to civil engineering, we are the creator of this universe. Civil engineers are the disciples of Lord Vishwakarma. And Lord Vishwakarma is the creator of this universe. So if you really want to create something in this world, you want to have something new, something innovative, that is only one person, and that is civil engineers. So congratulations to all of you for being here. It's a mother of all engineering, I tell you. When I came here, there were probably 2 or 3 branches, civil, electrical, mechanical. IT and all these branches have joined thereafter. Honestly speaking, I do not treat IT as an engineering, because it is information technology. It is not engineering. Is there any engineering involved in it? No. Because, really, that's why I congratulate you. It's not engineering. You see the IT guys, they pass out and then they are in a company where the next to him is a science graduate. And next to that is an arts graduate. And they all work on one program. So they are directed by one program. They are not doing any engineering value addition as such. They are working on the buttons. So there is no creativity. Yeah, there are some advantages of the technology that we will take. No issue. We will take it. Now we are smart enough to do it. So this is because I strongly believe that engineers can do wonders, because I have been traveling all over the world, maybe more than 100 countries I have traveled with various communities, and I find civil engineers are normally on the top of the world. Yes, I happen to be the past president, national president of Indian Concrete Institute, wherein when I took over as the president, there were only 60 or odd student chapter. And when I completed my term, there were more than 125, almost 60 to 70 student chapter we added. And that time it was my wish that I should add a student chapter in VJTI. But Vishal Kumre, who is again ex-VJTI, he took the initiative. And some people from Ultratech also they took the initiative. I think the chapter at VJTI started. The last of it, yes, I am very much proud of Alumni Association, because we are trying to do both. Whatever possible from our side. And there is one photograph, you might be wondering why I am showing this photograph. You see this photograph, at the center you can see Dr. Gupchup is there, H.M. Kulkarni is there, Desai sir is there, VVD is there. All of you, those who are sitting on the first line, can relate that this is the Dr. Sundaram is there, and behind one person there is Karani. In the first line, all professors are there, and there is only one student extreme right, that is Vivek Naik. Yeah, I had a lot of hair. I have just changed the hairstyle, that's all. So, I had a privilege of being. I passed out in 81, and this is 1980 CESA batch. So I am thankful to the CESA chapter here again in VJTI. Graduating from VJTI is always, when you land up outside VJTI for almost next 8 to 10 years, I used to say, I had one jersey and I used to talk that I am a civil engineer from VJTI. And I still boast it. Why you should not? It is worth it. Yeah, today I happen to be Executive Vice President Asia Pacific for Asian Concrete Federation, where we are representing our 32 countries in Asia Pacific and talking on the concrete, the concrete, and so many concrete technology things. Yeah, I'm a part of IIM, some of the innovations we are doing at IIM Ahmedabad. Past President of ICI, you already know. I am also part of IRC Indian Road Congress. I am on 32 committees of Bureau of Indian Standards, almost all related to civil engineering and all this. I'm a founder member of CCMA, which is Construction Chemical Manufacturers Association. Yeah, this is all for the society, I will say. And for myself, you can see the CAT. I founded one company called Black Cat Enterprises, because my mother told me, CAT and all apashakuni hota hai and all this. I said, apashakuni naam ki koi cheez hoti hi nahi boss. It's all concept. So I wanted to wipe out that concept. So I gave the name of my company as Black Cat Enterprises. And we did a lot of works. We did at least 100 building restoration in India, abroad. I had a complement of 25 engineers and 400 workers. We did fantastic work across India, everywhere. And today we are having a part of a stock exchange listed company, Apple Chemie. I also have an Asian Grid Consultants, where we are consultants in infrastructure industry and PLCs. And we have one company in Centenary, which is into nanomaterials and graphene, which is coming, that is the in thing, which is going to make difference in future. I will take you to innovations in construction chemicals. My contents will be, first we will talk about what is innovation and all, a little bit on the construction chemical side, because that happens to be my line of business. And some field opportunities, because all of you are there and you would like to know that yes, this gentleman has done so many things and what can be the advice. I don't say advice, but I can share some of my experiences and tell you which all branches you can put your foot into and be a businessman or something in the professional life after passing out the education. So I can be suggesting you some of the things. And then obviously as Indians we have a national commitment. I have of course the national commitment what we should have. See, when you are talking about innovation, innovation is successful commercialization of a product. I am mostly talking of the innovations which are related to process, services or manufacturing, and these innovations are based on the demand of the market. For example, take the case of civil engineering. When I passed out and I went on the site, so many places, the spacer, what you use below the rebar, below the concrete, it was not there. एक फर्शी का टुकड़ा डाल देते थे, खींच करके जाली ऊपर कर दिया, and then you push the concrete, and that the spacers were not there. Then initially, then the spacers were started in plastic form. Right? Then people started objecting that because that plastic is going to be a permanent part of the concrete, so it's a foreign material which we have not designed. Plastic we don't add. So why not to remove it? And now today you have got plastic spacers, which is M40 to M100 grade, concrete spacers. It's a lovely spacer. So that is, it is used by the masses, and it is addressing a very vital problem. It can retain your cover to the rebar. So this is one just example. There can be so many examples of innovation. Even nano car is an example of innovation. And then there is one company in Ahmedabad. They have brought one technology, some food and fruits and all this. So without electricity, you can keep all the things. So that is also innovation. So there are smart innovations that are changing the world. If you look back to history, what has been changing the world? Initially, we were not knowing how to move forward, and then the wheel was invented. You just imagine that you do not have a round shape, then somebody thought that yes, round shape can make a difference. That was innovation. Then I can say that we were probably directionless because then we said north, south, east, these are the directions, and then there is some reference. Right? So everything started getting placed at its proper direction and shape and size and all that. Similarly, telephone must be a great thing because I appreciate the lady whose name was Hello, and now you are always talking and chanting her name when the call comes to you. But then handwriting was also taken over by printing. I still remember when I was CESA, there was one machine near that registrar office. Control was there. We used to have that rota machine, cyclostacking, right? It was not even Xerox, so we had a cyclostacking machine. तो CESA की कुछ भी नोटिस रहती थी प्रोग्राम की, एक ऐसा ब्राउन सा पेपर रहता था. It was not a very high quality reputation, honestly. And then we used to have cyclostate copies of it. 50 copies, and then I used to put all those copies in all the notice boards. So in this technology, today that is not required. You can just put it on the net and rest is the WhatsApp. So there is a vast change in the technology and it changes your life, rather simplifies the life. So that is the innovation we should be looking in for. Again, the traveling innovations, yes, steam engine was innovation, computer is innovation, penicillin, because the people were dying of bacterial infection and all, that was innovation. So, yes, smart innovations have been there. And today when we are talking about the innovations specifically in the civil engineering, what we are there, we are seeing that IT, AI, artificial intelligence for construction workflow, that is innovation. You can make this. I can show you some interesting things.
इकडे काही खाली खुर्च्या तिथे बसून घ्या.
Then the resources for workforce management softwares are there, predictive analysis of machine learning is there, robotics is there, and IoT. yes, my son is doing both the things, AI and IoT, he is selling there in UK. So I understand that the things have changed a lot. Things have changed. Let me take you to one very short this thing of what is construction. I am a student of civil engineering, and there are some people who are doing chemical engineering. Construction chemical is a branch between civil and chemical. I will rightly say that it is application of chemistry to solve the problems in the construction engineering. So you need to understand, my chemistry was very poor, I tell you, not very great this thing also. But yes, I have 4 or 5 PhD guys who are regularly working on polymers and all. And yeah, they do fantastic work. But I understood one thing, that civil engineering can be made, can do cement and all, whatever you calculate. But when it comes to chemical engineering, component A, component B, and third component is totally different. You cannot value that part of engineering. So there is non-tangible value added to the engineering. So if you want to have some non-tangible output or non-tangible benefit from somewhere else, then you need to mix up the branches. If you are only into pure civil engineering, no. You should add a little bit of IoT, little bit of other branches, and give some flair to it. And then the masala adds to a new dimension, and then you can make a little more money out of it. As a whole, if you see construction chemicals, they are, you can see that they are concrete admixtures. See, my company produces around 40 to 50 types of concrete admixtures. You must be knowing that there are plasticizers, super plasticizers, underwater additives, hardeners, and so many things. What I have liquid and powder materials going into the concrete and modifying the properties of fresh concrete or hardened concrete and giving the durability and so many other things. So that is one side of it. Then the second thing is waterproofing. Waterproofing chemicals, again, you can have them based on the material that they can be latex, polymer, silicone, so many bases, or they can be based on the use of it. They can be of membrane type and latex, liquid applied and all this, depending upon the use of it. Almost around 40-50 types of products you will find in the waterproofing segment. Floorings, to my knowledge, there can be around 20-30 types of floorings. Synthetic floorings are there. We did some flooring for this Boeing, for their aircraft hangars and all that. Then there are different types of floorings, floor coatings for automobile industries. There are rough floorings for skating rinks, and then there are some floor texturings which are for the walkways, and so many things are there. So in the flooring sector also there is a huge development and innovation happening. Cementitious products, yes, there are many grouts are there. Then there are some latest forms of crystalline durability additives, and so many other things have come. These are value additions and durability enhancer products. And then there are special segments. Yes, they can be sealants, adhesives, and so many other things. So this is the overall scenario. Yes, somebody may give you a small insight that this is waterproofing and talk a lot about it. Yes, but as a civil engineer, you have to understand the entire thing. That yes, there can be so many. To the right of your this pie diagram that shows the consumption of these construction chemicals in Asia Pacific and to be specific in India. So when the construction, see, India is a developing country, right? In the Western world, most of the things are developed. They have the roads, they have the buildings in place. So there is a less of construction happening. Here in India, it's any direction, roads, bridges, flyovers, it is happening. So when the Western people, UK, USA people, or European people, when they come in India, they go mad. They are surprised to see the kind of development happening. In their part of the country, it is more of one or two. If you just have a site there, you may find 4 or 5 tower cranes here or there, some tall buildings are being constructed. The rest is all maintenance and maintenance, because they are trying to preserve whatever they have constructed. And during that process, they have come across a lot of other problems with the concrete, because concrete cement they started using first. Obviously, they started facing the problems. Then they came up with construction chemicals. These are the chemicals which can troubleshoot the problems. And we are fortunate. We are fortunate. We already know that if you do the bad concrete, these will be the issues. So we can be smart enough to learn it very fast. And we are applying the products and using the solutions, whatever they develop for the best of Asian community, I would say. So this is our thing, that as we are a progressing country, admissions are in plenty. We are having a lot of load in this. Repair restoration is comparatively less. And then there are specialty products which I will touch upon. A little bit about my company. As I told you, we are part of stock exchange listed company. This is my R&D lab in Nagpur, and we are more than around 25-year-old company. And we have 2 plants in India. Third one is coming with sealants. We have one plant coming up in Faridabad, this is northern part. One is coming in the south, and we have one plant in Navi, Mumbai. All are related to various types of construction chemicals. These are the industries where my company is serving. Yes, we are exporting a lot of our products, and that cannot happen without CE certification and CIDC approvals, and then under speech registrations and all those things, and green and sustainability. When you are talking about the innovation, I would like to tell you that in FICCI, that is the Government of India, every year they honor the best innovation in the chemical industry. Now I tell you, chemical industry is really huge. Construction chemical is hardly 1.5% of the entire chemical industry. Construction chemical industry is 1.5% of the entire chemical industry. Because chemical industry is fantastic. It's really very good. But we gave our entry for making some innovation in the polycarboxylate ether, which is still an import substitute. Our entry was valued, and we were adjudged as the best innovator in the entire chemical zone. See, there are big chemical industries like BASF is there, and Dow, and there are so many big names. They are having literally 60,000, 80,000 workers, and maybe 10,000 scientists and all. But what we did for India, which was a total import substitute. So we were honored as the best innovation by Government of India, and for which we civil engineers should be proud of. And let me tell you, civil engineer can do anything in this world. You don't have to be, because fundas, once they are pakka, no, you can do any branch. So that is something great. These are the sectors which we are serving, or where the construction chemicals are being used. Roads and bridges, irrigation with dams, river, canal lining, and so many other things. And then infrastructure, metros, and flyovers and bridges, and industry, and obviously real estate and housing. The right hand side is our Taloja plant. These are the R&D centers across India. We are working with Liverpool University, Dr. Anna Brast, she's there, our representative, and we are working on bacterial concrete and bio concrete. IIT Madras with Professor Kettu, Manusandhanam, and Dr. Pillai. We did 2 or 3 projects on innovation and shrinkage reducing additives and all. A lot of R&D, and we developed some products. Names of the products I cannot disclose because we have a non-disclosure agreement, but they are developed for many things. VJTI Mumbai, we are developing some technology with CBI Roorkee also. VJTI Nagpur is a partner with them. And TUM, which is again our testing and this with Dr. Planck in Germany. At Beijing, we are working with some Chinese university. Again, at Zurich, we are working with some, and this is the type of the research development program we are doing on various products. Most of the time, what we are looking in for, that we want to make concrete strong, durable, and all this. What is concrete? Your concrete technology professor must have taught. What I was taught by my concrete professor. The same thing is there, that fundamentally we are trying to make concrete very strong. But you can make concrete strong, but there are some external factors which will add deterioration. Chloride penetration is there, which you cannot stop. Rebar, that word is wrong. It should be rebar rustic. Carbonation is to the concrete. And then the expansion of the steel within the concrete, it happens. It expands, then it exerts stresses on concrete. Concrete is not supposed to stress, so concrete cracks and so many other problems. So if you do something and enhance the durability of concrete, there can be so many product and value additions you can do. The best is you can add a lot of supplementary cementitious materials. What IS code has approved is fly ash is there, GGBS is there, metacollin is there, and OPC which is fiber. When you add, it improves workability, fly ash because but it gives you a lot of durability also. The initial strength can be less, but there are some additives which we are developing and the world is also developing that you can add some fly ash activators and gain some early strength also. So the drawback of lesser early strength when you add GGBS, that is glass ground granulated glass product slag. When you add these two products, initial strength is not there. But yes, in all practical purposes, at an international scenario, people are going in for 90 days strength. It's not only 20 days. Because the strength gain is gradual. And it is not a strong concrete we are looking for. We are looking for a durable. Right? Strength is different, durability is different. This is the only thing which you will find. Otherwise, I don't understand. I am not like a professor who can talk a lot. Just to tell you that everything in concrete depends on the particle type. You are taught mixed design. What you do that there are bigger aggregates, in that smaller aggregate, and the sand, and then the space is filled up with cement. And there is a lot of space after that also, after the cement. You can go, the blue thing is here. Can you see this? What's that here? Yeah, you see now it's like A. So that is the OPC, which is 50 micron. And then you go down, and then you can be having GGBS, fly ash, and go on adding nanomaterials and nanosilica, which is nanomaterial. This is this. When you add all these things, the thing concrete becomes dense, solid, and strong, and then you can go in for ultra high strength concrete and stronger and stronger. So these are the supplementary cementitious materials they can get. I will not go into that because I know you will not be very happy. I already told you chemistry is not my good subject, but now I am part of a lot of knowledge. Yes, there is something called CHS gel. This also in skip. That CHS gel formation is very necessary for the overall strength of. This is one technology which we have recently patented. Viscoflux technology. This is a PCE molecule. PC is polycarboxylic ether. You take that, add water, some preservatives, and make admixture. You can say PCE is a new raw material for making superplasticizers. Superplasticizers, when the industry started, we were not knowing how to modify the properties of the concrete, right? So people from the leather industry, they came, they said, this is lignosulfonate, you use it. So we started using lignosulfonate. It used to do a little bit of flow to the concrete, it used to reduce the voids in the concrete, and it worked. Then sulfonated naphthalene formaldehyde came, melamine formaldehyde came. So that again came from the textile industry that used. But all said and done, dedicated product for civil engineering industry was not there till a Japanese scientist, he worked on it and he formed polycarboxylic ether. So today, the entire admixture industry is changing. In India, more than 50% places you are using PCE-based superplasticizers. In the rest of the part of the world, more 80% PCE-based superplasticizers. I am not sure, but I definitely want to take your 1 minute on this because even after passing out engineering from the college and working on the field for 10 or 15 years, I have come across that more than 50% people just do not understand how the plastics are. So I would like to clarify your concept because if you understand it right now, and that I will take just 1.5 minutes. See, if I take some cement here, right, on hand or here on the table and put some water, what will happen? On the water droplet, there will be n number of cement particles. Right? There will be balls. Because cement is very fine and water droplet is quite big. So maybe there will be hundreds or rather even thousands of cement particles around this. And the water droplet will be flocking. So that is what it happens when you try to mix cement and concrete and water and all the ingredients of the other concrete. when you try to make concrete, when you are adding all the ingredients, this is what is happening. There are flocks formed. So there is a lot of water trapped within the concrete. When you add any superplasticizer, the superplasticizer goes and it goes on the super exterior periphery of the cement particle. It forms electrostatic charge, which is negative charge, and the medium is also having electrically charged. So all the electrical charges on the particle, they repel each other, and the water which is trapped into that flow, that water is released. So when you add superplasticizer in concrete, suddenly there is a flow, because water is already there, but it is trapped. So there is suddenly flow, and your mix becomes mobile. So with the less of water, you can have a mobile mix. So you can reduce your water cement ratio. And when you reduce your water cement ratio, white content goes down, density goes up, and your strength goes up. So that, because why we do good concrete and what is the fund of making good concrete is to reduce water cement ratio. Most of the time at site you will find water cement ratio is 0.35, maximum 0.4. Because if your water cement ratio is more than 0.45, the capillaries in the concrete do not get segmented, and you cannot make waterproof concrete at all. That is why it is necessary to have less of water in concrete. So this is one mechanism, that there is a repulsion. There is one more mechanism which is coming. Now on the cement particle, they like superplasticizer. One is a dispersion, so you get flow to the mix. And second is retarding effect, because the hydration stops for a while. That hydration can be stopped for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. You can see the transit mixers moving through the city, right? That is in the traffic. It travels even for 3 to 4 hours. But then you are pouring the concrete and it complies with IS specification. How is it? So it is only because of the superplasticizer. And then there are a lot of other things. There is something called repulsive force, which is in zeta potential. That is again electrostatic charge, and then it will depend upon what is the base of the superplasticizer, what is the solid content, and so many things. So there are so many things in superplasticizers, and most of the time we are doing a lot of research and doing patent. This is one of the patents which I got recently for me and for my company. We are having another 4-5 patents in a row where we will be doing innovation. We have half an hour. This is one product which can block the entrance of water within the concrete, and it can form crystals within the concrete. Now see, there are two types of waterproofers. One, they are concrete blocking, and then there are crack breaching. Because when your professors must have told you that everything is a dynamic, right? If the building is 100 stories, 200 stories, there is a huge dynamic effect of weight on the building, right? So there must be some movement of cracks or fractures, or movement going on within the concrete. There must be some cracks also. The cracks are visible at places. You need a smart concrete which can bridge this crack automatically. So you add some chemicals into the concrete, and at a later stage, even if there is a little bit of an environment, moisture coming into the building, it will take advantage of that moisture, form some crystals, and bridge the cracks. So these are crack bridging additives, and this is one product which we are again formulating. This is being used in the flyovers and bridges and bullet trains, and there is one Warsaw Bandra ceiling which is coming up. If you want to go, I can arrange a visit for you. There, this is bigger than Bandra Worli ceiling. This is around 7.2 kilometers, right? Bandra Warsaw ceiling. So there in the concrete, they are adding this particular product, and then we have developed a technology that with some special glasses, you can see the product for at least 1 year. So you can really visualize the product can be seen with the glasses for at least a year or so. This is the export thing, and this product has been approved by Indian Road Congress and CESA. And under the microscope, you can see there are cracks up to 0.5, 0.6 mm can be breached. See, there is a direct relation between durability and permeability. If the permeability is more, durability will reduce. And when the durability reduces, then the useful life of the structure also reduces. If you go by the Fick's law, if you are adding this crystalline durability additives, then there is an additional life of around 60 years to the structure for the same grade. So if you are making concrete, 40 grade, you add crystalline durability, whatever is your life of the building, you will be getting 60 years. Of course, there is one formula you can Google it, find software on 360 where you can define the life. Because when you are taught civil engineering, there is no time. Have you come across any factor, any of your professors taught you that this is 500 years, and then you take back the calculations? No, we start with the bearing capacity, and then the loads, and then you design that okay, this is the size of the column, this is the steel requirement. But you don't know how many years it is going to last. But now you have to come to this, that how many years you want the structure to last, and then come back on this. Depending on that, you can select the grade, you can select whether what type of steel you should use. And of course, then there are conditions where the structure is put up and there are ice provisions. When you shoot out the problems within the concrete, there is something called steel also sitting inside. And steel corrosion is the biggest problem. So to control the corrosion of concrete, there are some additives which are developed. To the extreme right of your screen, you can see that if you are adding bipolar corrosion inhibitors in the concrete, these are liquids added into the concrete, which forms certain sort of a passive media over that rebar, and then the rusting of the steel doesn't take place. So this again enhances the durability. There are some products which are recently being used. These are curing compounds. See, you need water for curing, but you don't. Curing water doesn't add to the strain. Curing water helps to keep concrete cool, keeps the concrete protected, and if the concrete is protected, if it is cool, it will achieve the strain. So, if you have got some membrane on the fresh concrete and you wrap it up, your concrete will achieve the same strain. And in the chemistry, there is something called curing compound. It is a spray. You spray over concrete. Don't use curing water at all. Those of you who are interested in the project, I will fund it. Of course, I am coming to a lot of freebies thereafter. But this is the thing that this was in Goa, Times of India, 2016. That they said that L&T is using some chemical, AC Pure, which is manufactured by my company, and they will be using it so that they are using just optimum water. See, when you are using superplasticizer, as it is, you are reducing the water content by 30%. So there is a water reduction. Now you don't use the water for curing. And if you are doing concreting near the sea, it is a saline water. Do you want the salinity to come within the concrete? No. That cannot be moisture, humidity, it cannot give, rather it can be damaging to your concrete. So you have to protect it. So this is a product which will protect the concrete also, and it will allow the curing to happen also. And when the bridge was over, when it was inaugurated by then Defence Minister, Mr. Manohar Parrikar, again on 25th of January 2019, they said that they have saved 10 crore liter water saved while building this cable station. So you are protecting the environment. So it's not only the civil engineering we should do, we should be doing something more. So this is the protection. So then there are some evaporation retardant. This graph you might have seen earlier. This is fundamental in some case. If you do not have, Google it. Mug it up. Try to understand it. When you go on the field, you will understand it better. So there are some evaporation retardants. You can spray. They are all alcohol-based products, and then it can again stop the evaporation of the concrete. When you are constructing a building, there are some underground structures. You need to protect it, because I still remember. How many of you are staying in the hostel? Great. And see, I used to stay in C and D block and all this. I'll tell you, there was a Diwali vacation. You are good boys. I used to lunch during the day. Right? So, but complete this thing. I kept one tin box Pond's powder ka dabba, right, on that in that window, and I went home. After 15 days I came. Well, holidays were for 10 days. I have been overstayed. I don't want to came back after 15 days. So I have found that the entire design and everything on the tin box is sticking to your hands. So that is the corrosion and the effect of moisture and humidity. In here, we are not near the coast. Maybe sea is at least 2 kilometers away from us. Nearest to Badala that side. So this is what is happening here in Mumbai. So what can happen to the structure which is under there? In Mumbai, the underground structures are real bad. There is not fluoride, there is sulfur, salty water. Worst combination is available. So we need to be very careful, and there are some products to take care of underground structure. And this is what it is. There are some sealants and adhesives. Because other than the construction, you must have been taught that there is need of some expansion joint design and all. So when you are doing white topping or the concrete roads, there are sealants and adhesives. They are for taking care of operation and results. This type of joints you must have seen in the concrete roads. Similarly, in the precast segments, the segments are brought to the site and they are stuck to each other. There is the bonding glue. So these glues are also quite important construction chemicals, and they conform to FIP specifications. And this is the segment you can see, and then to the face of it you have to apply this. Then put both the segments, and then you do the post tension. And then there is a sequence and all. You must have been taught what sequence post tension. That has to conform with FIP. And this is how the bridge is constructed. You put all the segments together. This is the segmental construction. So also there is something with these segments, they are cast in the yard and then they are cast back to back. Just to have a match casting, then there is a debonding agent. So you cast this section, apply debonding agent on this side, cast this section and then just release it. So it is matching, and then this is number 1 and 2. When it is going to the side, 1 and 2 will put together is perfectly matching. So this is the product. There are a lot of advantages of this. And there is one important product I would like to tell you, that so many times people use de-shuttering oil, which is black oil. This is a shutter to remove karna hai kya problem. But it is not so. When you are using recycled black oil, lot of oil is sticking to the column. What happens? Then you are putting curing water. But it is already covered with oil. Maybe when you demold it, maybe 10 to 20% at least if oil is sticking on the surface of the column, that much area is not good. So there is a need of having better mold release agents. I got a lot of other things, and then there are special cable grouts. This is the grout which are aluminium free, and they are conforming to the rest of the standards and the different. We are mostly preferred vendors with Tata and Siemens and metro sections where we are doing. So also microsilica, when I talk to you about the durability, you need to use these products. These are again superfine products. Initially, microsilica was not being used in the civil engineering industry. Now, many companies like us, they manufacture microsilica, and we even give the services of making these design. There can be some other products in the construction segment. There are tile adhesives, it's a wide segment. Like for the floor, tile adhesives are different. For the wall section, there are different adhesives. For the jointing, there are different materials. Waterproofing segment is a huge one. Repair, rehabilitation, as our HOD was saying, it's a big thing. I think our college needs it, and I'm going to really take it over. We will have to do some survey and find out which are the weaker sections and do the rehabilitation. Even Naik and Mr. Kamble was also telling that we will have to do something here. And then the structural rehabilitation, as I told you. Just another 5 minutes on what is the future of construction. You are seeing the construction chemical industry, but at a large, when you want to see what is the construction industry as this thing. In the past, what has happened? There have been buildings in Shanghai, 491 meters. Can you imagine what is 491 meters? You divide it by 3, right? So that many floors. So ये हो गया 133 floors. Now this is the past, these are existing buildings. This is again existing Taipei Tower in Taiwan. This is again existing. Now Burj Khalifa is not 1 kilometer. The king is very much fond of calling it as 1 kilometer. And then he has put some even the steel structure on the top of it, and he is claiming I have built the tallest building in the world. But the fact remains that it is 828 meter tall building. What is happening that in future this building is coming in Jeddah, which is almost 1 kilometer. Now you understand this, when you go out of the college, you are going to meet with such structures. People will be talking this language. 1 to 4 M40 होने चले. You can imagine what grade they must be thinking of. This is unnamed longer again. They have not baptized it what they want to do, but it is coming. It is designed, the location is finalized, and so many things are coming. This is going to be 2 kilometers. Now there is something called Neon City. I don't know whether the video will work. Video is there. Because it will be interesting for the what Saudi is planning, they want to have. See, instead of having a township all horizontal, everybody living in different places, they want to have everything at once.
leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort.
These type of things are being thought of. So also, you are developing, so is the architecture is developing, so is the concepts are developing, right? These are the type of structures. This is called suprematism by a very famous architect, Zahi. And these structures are existent. And his architecture style, he gave it to the Mumbai International Airport of Centenary. So these type of structures are being designed, and from engineers, architects will be expecting that yes, this is the building I want to build. And then they will say that my thickness of the concrete is 100 or 120 mm. So you cannot tell him कि भाई 32 के 4 बार डालोगे. There is no space. So you will have to think totally different what type of mix you are going to do. Probably there will not be any reinforcement. You may have to use only fibers. And these things are there. And they are in existence. One of my senior colleague, Christopher Bannier, he sits here in Pune. He has designed buildings like this. This is the existing building. It's pure concrete. And it's virgin concrete, nothing to be finished. No painting. They want buildings like this. So that is the level of concrete technology expected from you guys. Here, I met Venkat Pillai. He is a good friend of mine because I give him a lot of inputs, and he is designing India's tallest residential tower here in Mumbai. 6 basements below ground, 6 levels, right? 3 podium levels. There will be gardens and all this. 3 podium levels, and 144 stories residential in Mumbai. These are the buildings which are to come up. So you have to have total different classes. Your lift, that system changes. The design of a lift, which is 20 storied is different, 40 storied is different, 80 storied and above, lift people have to design it totally different. Because there is a sway of the building. You have to allow for that. Because it is flexible structure. So, all those things are different when you want to do something on a bigger scale. And you are putting your foot into that area. So you need a total different set of equipments and techniques to handle it. अपना थ्रेडोलाइट नहीं चलेगा then total station नहीं चलेगा. You will have to use something different. Maybe this is one of it. Yes, you can have virtual augmentation reality, but you will have to do it first. See it. When you have those things, I have personally seen it. You can, sitting in the room, you can run through the project site, understand if there are piping, if there are columns coming some across, because it's a huge structure. So you have to use these technologies. That is why I said you have to be friends with electronic grids also. They are smart, but you will have to use all these technologies. In going future, it is not going to be one branch which will be dominant. It is a science which will be dominant. And science is a combination of all engineering. Maybe drone technology. Drones are being used. I went to Nitin Gadkari's office the other day. He's having a TV. He says, I'm just watching that road being constructed. He flew a drone from here to there, watched everything sitting here in the office. कौन से road के sections खराब है, कहाँ subject खराब है. All those are marked. They are monitored. Even in the irrigation sectors, the canals and big lines, irrigation happens in the interior villages and all this, right? You are sitting here. How do you just fly a drone from there, see what is there happening. So your tools and equipments will be different. This is one thing. When you are talking about the management, blockchain technology, this is a revolution. This blockchain technology, you can learn what it is, and then this is link by link. It can take stock of the materials or invoices coming in and pay, and it can manage. This is a management tool, commercial management of a project management. This definitely we will have to use. So also 3D laser scanner for the construction. You can have the laser scanner and understand the temperature variations within the building. You are sitting here, and if the outside temperature is very high, there is a lot of effect on this wall, because one face of the wall is maybe 24 degrees and outside is around 40 degrees. Where I come from, I go to Delhi or even Nagpur, the outside temperature is 45, even 50. Inside you keep it for 24. So 24 and 50 on one face of the wall, that much is the temperature difference. Your protection coatings, they crack. I'll tell you one simple example. I told somebody that I did a lot of waterproofing in Mumbai and the same thing I want to do in Nagpur. It failed. How? Because in Mumbai, the temperature variation is from 24 to 36 degrees. The temperature normally will not cross 36 degrees centigrade here in Mumbai. So the temperature is from 36 minus 20, 12 degrees difference. That is the temperature variation your waterproofing coating is, right? But when you go in central India or Delhi, the temperature is even 1 or 2 degrees, and the higher side it goes 48 and 50. So literally there is a difference of 48 degrees. So 48 degrees temperature variation to the waterproofing membrane. Is it designed for that? So there are a lot of questions to be asked within our science, that where you are designing and a lot of work we will have to do. So this temperature gradient study we have to do. So also stimulation with 4D technology. The fourth dimension is again time. So these are the things which you will be using. I understand that you are already studying beam. So yes, you have a preliminary idea about what beam is going to do. And today where do we stand? Where do we stand today? That yes, if you go outside the world, then in Doha, Qatar, they claim that they made this half flower injection, you can say, or maybe full, the fourth one is yet to come. So within 10 days they completed this. Let me tell you, Doha, Qatar is not such a technically advanced country. They are money advanced. They have got huge money. I was there at Qatar for the construction of palace for Sheikh Mohammed bin Mohammed Al Thani. Al Thani is the royal family. They have huge money. So they can bring in all the Western architects, builders, contractors and do the construction. But for us, country like us, are we competing with the world? Yes, we are there. In 105 kilometers, we have also done 75 kilometer length of the road. This is the fastest record in the world. And we should be proud of our country that we are doing it. We are doing it. I told you that in Dubai, they are doing that city. This work is already under construction. It is not a virtual thing. किसी ने सिर्फ program बना दिया and they are shown the photographs or I am showing you video. This is on the field. They want to have, instead of widely spread cities, they want to have cities in one tube like thing. And lot of things are to be achieved. But this is what is happening here. Flats completed in 96 days. Great. High speed, you need to design different type of superplastics. We were working with LNT, construction management team, and we give them high early superplasticizers for making those precast panels, jointing adhesives, and so many other things, so that those 96 flats can be completed in minutes. That is one of the fastest. So we are lucky that yes, they invited us to be part of that thing, and they found that yes, we can give them something. See, basically we are not construction chemical manufacturers. We are some concrete tech company we call ourselves. We are always innovating something new and giving it to the society. So, going forward, what is going to happen, friends? Do we have the resources? There is one more challenge which you are going to face, that sand, aggregate, gravel, that stock is not reducing, your consumption is increasing. So you are going to find huge shortage of it. Today we are trying to work on alternatives for making aggregates. Aggregate alternative is the most, because it is widely consumed product. You just imagine what quantity of concrete we are doing. Right? Usement of 60-70% is aggregate, whether small and big. And then cement, supplementary cementatious material and so many other things. So that volume if you want to reduce, you will have to find out some alternatives. I am coming to some offer for you, if you are ready to work on it. Metal is getting reduced, coal is getting reduced, limestone is also getting reduced. So again, I mean that the demands are high and that is why the challenges are there. There is a scarcity problem with water. All over the world, these are the scarcity zones. Low water to extreme high scarcity. We come somewhere around 13 in the central part of India also. But the worst portion is Gulf section. They do not have water. They are near the sea, but they do not have good drinking water. Yeah, you go to Israel, they have got lot of plants put near the seas. They are converting the sea water into worth drinking and all that. But the natural resources are very exhausted. So we will have to work on the building construction which can use less of water. There is a lot of challenge that poor quality M sand. We went in for the crushed sand, right? Well, here also in Mumbai, very less, I think maybe 10% of the places river sand is available, which is again Mumra sand. Let me tell you, I travel all over India. Mumra sand and whatever this sand available in Mumbai, it is one of the worst. But best quality construction also is done in Mumbai. They are washing the sand. So that much of extra expenditure we are requiring. Or then artificial sand. Maybe the crushed aggregate and so on. Architects magazine, there was this cost of the construction remains 37% higher post-pandemic also. So this is there. Then to the right you must have seen the twin towers in Noida, they were demolished. Whatever may be the reason, they were demolished. And where is the demolition waste going? 55,000 tons of steel, more than 60,000 cubic meters of concrete. We can recycle. I saw one recycling plant in Singapore, in Mumbai and nearby. Every day Mumbai is producing 5,000 tons of debris. We can use that and convert it. It's a huge scope. You know Zomato? Everybody. What they do? There was a plenty of scope to do the service. And they brought out this, if I do the service, it can be. So we civil engineers can think on similar lines and shoot out the problems of the humanity and common people. When you shoot out a problem for the common people, you address it and then you can make money. Money will come automatically. How many of you want to make money? Let us be honest. Let us be honest. क्या है किसी पैसे के पीछे नहीं भागना होगा? Yeah, there is people say money cannot do it, but money can do it. That is awesome. But you have to address the problem of society at a large. Money will automatically come. So what we can do in civil engineering, you can develop zero carbon or low carbon construction materials. You can just note down. I will just skip through because we have 10-15 minutes. Fibrous cement concrete blocks, there will be less of concrete. Geopolymer concrete you are studying? Right? You are teaching it? Geopolymer? You are doing it. So you have a big laboratory of geopolymer. We have made 60 and 70 and 100 concrete with geopolymer. A lot of work is going on. So we must substitute. As a civil engineer, you always think how you can substitute cement. If you can substitute cement, it's all done. I am not against alternative or cement manufacturers. We want good binder, but replace the binder. So just quick look at this green energy blocks. They will be coming. They are energy efficient, where the R value is less than 8. Then pervious concrete. Yes, you need a lot of circulation of water. The rainwater, right? So in the walkways and many other places, you can have pervious concrete so that the water, which is rainwater, can be circulated, reused. Bamboo, I will tell you, bamboo is one of the biggest natural building material in the world. And Kappegowda Airport, if you paper to go in India. This has been recently inaugurated. So many places. The entire paper is done from bamboo. And India is producing very high quantity of paper. It is getting exported. I am a consultant to one of the paper mill which is existing in India. It is a part of Express Group. 19 paper mill is still going very strong. Those paper. And they are exporting in India. And you should see the quantity of the bamboos and the trees they bring in. There are lorries, at least 100, 200 trucks any time at the entry gate, and that much they are crushing and converting into paper. That is what it is. So also what you can do, you can use the industrial waste cellulose and viscose fibers and put that into concrete and you can get better concrete. It will have good properties, no cracks. This is again a substitute for fibers. So I will just run through 5 or 6 projects. Yes, this project you should go and see. This is also nearing completion. I think City Complex is taking there. This is one project we were a part of it. This is Nagpur to paint the World Wildlife Corridor. This is around 40 kilometer elevated road. So it is constructed for the benefit of animals, so that animals can go below it and people can go above. So this is Pune Metro, Chennai Metro. Samriddhi Road, we were part of it. I showed you some of the clips of it, how they save water in the and this is the place where we supplied some chemicals and Defense Minister wanted to check out whether the road is good enough for the landing of the aircraft or not in case of it. So that was also. So this is what it is. For you now. Just another maybe 10 minutes we will wind up. What you can do. I told you so many things that there is huge lot of scope. After you pass out your PhD and take or PhD, you can go into separate this thing. You can take a snap of this. See, the opportunities are in material sciences. Material sciences, there are different types of concrete. You can work on different concrete and start your own business. Nanomaterial is a huge field. It is huge field. You can work on the replacement of steel, fiber and all this. Aggregate, as I told you, aggregate is going to be a big problem in future. So aggregate replacement, so also graphene. Have you anybody? Please go. We are a part of Graphene Research Foundation in India, and then see
layer of graphite.
Yeah, it's a two-dimensional material.
The cellotape
Perfect. You have. You are 100% back on the. See, I will tell you one simple thing. Like, if you take cement slurry in a disc, right? That is what experiment we did in our lab. You take a cement slurry in a disc and allow it to dry. In this weapon, the thickness may be 2 mm. Allow it to dry. Next day you come, you try to take out the cement slurry. What will happen? It will be crumbling into pieces. Right? But in that, if you add 0.00% or even less than that graphene oxide, it becomes elastic. So there are a lot of products which are going to. Graphene is the next plastic in this world. So take my word, you can write it on the wall. Plastic, acrylic, everywhere now this is in plastic, aircrafts are in plastic. We use plastic everywhere, chairs. It changed the way we do. Same thing will happen about graphene. It will change entire lifestyle. Graphene is coming into the aircrafts. This year, Elon Musk is a great fan of graphene technology. Then your aircraft they will be using, buses they will be using, concrete, sodium ion batteries. You name the field, graphene will add. Again, it is related to technology. You should work on this. Services, if you go, there is a scarcity of good plumbing license contractors. If construction is there, ground plus say 40-story building, the plumbing cost itself is around 4 to 5 crores, or maybe even that, more than that. So having an independent plumbing and designing business, there is nobody. If you know the hydraulics good, if you are good at finding out the sizes of the pipes and all that. You can start with this. There is a great scarcity. MEP, that is mechanical, electrical and plumbing consultants, they are in shortage. Maintenance contractors, they are in shortage. If you can build up a team of electrical, plumber, electrician and all this and provide some services to the society, there can be a lot of concepts. You can make wonders to the society. And they are all logic, common sense, this little bit of engineering and common sense, more of common sense. Civil engineering, more of common sense. Soil technology, underground testing is a very big field. So also in the manufacturing, if you go for precast, see in 1982 I was in Denmark where they were doing precasting and all this. And after that, say almost 40 years down the line, we are not even adopting that technology to the extent. They used to construct 40, 100 story buildings like that. We are not using precast technology. In the construction work stops and takes maximum twice the time in the toilet and your wet areas. So if you have got washroom, toilet, bathroom, prefabricated, and then you bring it at the site, give it to the contractor, his entire work will be done. Plus, you give him some additives where he can do repetitive casting. So, his time cycle of the construction of the project is reduced. If time cycle of the construction of the project is reduced, his finances are within the control. If he controls the finances, interest is less. Interest is less, more to the company. He can share it. So, whenever you are giving a product, you don't tell that this product is totally easy. You take the value addition which you are doing into this project, and then the results. So, there is a lot of scope. Scrap can be used, as I was telling you, for energy development, or even in the roads. Indian Road Congress is doing a lot of experiments for using plastic and whatnot, everything into roads. So material sciences you can do, defense there is a lot of scope. See war is going on, right? Every third day there is new war. Russia and Ukraine was here, now Palestine and Hamas people are there. This is going to go on. Because human nature is like this, it fights on the egos. And these egos will go on developing and this will go on. So, as a businessman, I can find that there is a lot of business available for the business. India is producing a lot of defense things of their own, and they need a lot of products, especially related to construction also. So, also laboratories testing, NABL accredited laboratories, test laboratories. The professor was asking us that we can do something for the laboratories. Yes, it is possible. So, we should be having some national commitment when we giving back to the society. So people are always talking of some people like this. Elon Musk, yes, he is a great guy. Every day he's on the Financial Times and Times of India. Bill Gates, everybody knows it. Now he has made, he is the richest man in the world from 15 years. Right? Microsoft, Steve Jobs, again Apple, then Mark Zuckerberg, yes, everybody knows, Jack Ma, Alibaba. So these people are, but and we are talking about them, but we unfortunately forget the identity of India. We also have great people in India, and our base is also very strong. So it is my request to you that just don't try to go to the Western world after the education. There is huge opportunity. Everybody in the West is coming here in Asia and India to invest because there is highest opportunity. These guys, ISRO, we are there on the moon. So we are brilliant guys. We are exceptionally brilliant, I will tell you. In multitasking, nobody can beat an Indian. Nobody. You go to Europe, I had one Turner fellow, he came, a big white-skinned guy. I asked him, what is this? I'm threading specialist. Plumbing के pipe का thread का specialization. उसमें क्या specialization है? That guy flew all the way from Copenhagen on our project. He taught how to do the threading and how people are trying to understand the threading technology. हमारे यहाँ तो वही आदमी किया पर से लेकर आकर पूरी पार्टी कर देगा. There is nothing great in it. But they have a very niche. Of course, there is some sense in that also. They go into micro details, again precision. We don't have so much of that. We have to do so many things in less time. We have to catch up with the world rather beat the world. So these are the guys. They have changed the Indian scenario. Metro man, the metros in India are one of the best in the world. You go tomorrow, you go to the Western world and you see what way they have constructed their metros. Then you will see that Delhi Metro and Mumbai Metro, what we are having is far better. In couple of years, I think Kamlesh sir can tell you, in Mumbai more than 40 kilometers within the ground metro work is going. It will open very shortly. And it will be world class. Who is building it? We are building it. Civil engineers, creators. So also, when there was a virus, we did it. Then Punawala created this. Abdul Kalam, undisputed person. There are so many people we are having who change the entire scenario. The world looks at it. Mahatma Gandhi, Narendra Modi, Jai Shankar. You see the way he talks. He has changed the perception of India to the Western world. So we have huge ability. We have huge ability. Baba Ramdev, who thought that a saffron guy, blooded guy, we can do it. You know what is his empire? He is one of the best businessmen in India today. 10,000 crore के ऊपर का टर्नओवर है, 5,000 crore की कंपनी वो खरीदता है. He taught Ayurveda and yoga to the entire. You will not find such smart people in the world. You will not. You meet with Sadhguru, he will make you a fantastic. Our friend is Sachin is always there. कल की मैच को देखा होगा तो देखा है पसंद. Fantastic in industry. I have all the sympathies for Afghanistan. But he really tries with the ballers. Too much. See, we have huge confidence. What I am telling you, I just want to thank all the people sitting over there in the world that India has got huge capacity. These brands are an Australian team. Amul ka yes, Afghanistan. I am not ambassador for. I am definitely ambassador for my country. That is why. They have enormously done. You know, Indigo started with very small things. There used to be a bus, and then the ladder used to do. They said, okay, this is not done in India. We want to save the cost. They have some different type of ladder to their ground. Now everybody is doing. So it is the way you look at the situation. There are a lot of institutes. VJTI is one of it. So you are lucky. So let's have a round of applause for VJTI. You can make a difference to the society, and if you cannot, nobody can. Now, are you ready for this? Are you ready for giving something to this? I have got it. Those of you who can prepare one startup idea, we will give him 1 lakh. For giving an idea, startup is not something new. Startup is something out of box. एक नया कंपनी स्टार्ट करना is not a startup. There is a difference between starting a new company and a startup. It should define or redefine the problems. Right? You will see Nauk.com. Initially, people were collecting all the newspapers and finding out things. This fellow brought everybody on one page and came with the website. And he addressed society's problem. So that makes a change. You can be aggregator, that you can have one page and you can get all the building materials on a click of a button. Maybe something. There might be some of the companies existing also, but you think out of box. If you have got some idea of that particular, it is viable. I have got one more investor with me, so we can do this. And then, if you want to take it forward as a startup, we can give 5 lakh rupees, which is a seed fund, because at that time nobody wants to give because you are a fresh or this. आपके नियरेस्ट रिलेटिव भी कैसे वो सोचते हैं ये कल का लड़का है, ये इसको 5-10 लाख रुपए दिए पक्का डुबा देगा. I am telling you from my own experience. That is why I want to give it to you. And I have not to know. You tell me, I can select 10 projects where we can give a seed funding, you start your things, and going forward we can do the hand holding and can get international funds and do that. See, I will come straight. As per the data, 90% of people after the graduation, they go into service. So there are going to be hardly 10% people who will be in business. They try business. उसमें के 10% में से 50% they bog down in the first obstacle. बचे हुए 5% जो रहते हैं, they try to do something. I am one of them out of that. You reach somewhere even to the PM. Because see, to do something different and this thing, people say कि this is the guy who is into going into this service. There's 8 lakh रुपए का package है, 10 lakh रुपए per month. Forget about the packages for next 5-10 years. Do something creative. Money will flow into your hands like that. There is no but you have to create. So if you are there, if you want to bring a letter to this, just let us make difference to this society and let us make VJTI bright. And this offer is for this batch and the next batch. Because I am quite sure I will be flooded with at least 10 to 20 good projects. And those 20 projects, we will have to take it forward for next 5 years to see that we can really change the scenario. So if you really want to do it, yes, we can. You can have a snap of this, you can call me anytime. Most of 50% of the time, I may not pick up your phone because unknown calls I may not. But if you just SMS from VJTI, that is your license. My secretary or me, I will 100% call you, connect with you. You are the only right from VJTI. That is your degree. That is your certificate. If you say that from VJTI, need to talk to you, we will talk. Let us do something. And try to do something. हम आदमी तो पैदा होते हैं, मरते हैं, सभी लोग करते हैं. Let's try to do something different. Because, see, there is a lot of expectation from these civil engineers, and we will have to fulfill that obligation of coming to a work in a place like India. This fellow, we trust you. We trust the people sitting in this college. We trust the professors. We trust the academia in general in India. We trust all the big industries. We trust the politicians. We feel that my country is great. उसको कुछ पता नहीं, वो झंडा लेकर बोलते हैं. We feel that we are great. But then we will have to make it great. We will have to stand to his expectations. And that is why, yes, we are there, VJTI is there, and VJTI Alumni Association. So I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the informative and wonderful presentation. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Kamble, Vice President, Alumni Association, VJTI, for the vote of thanks.
A warm good afternoon to all. And now, proposing vote of thanks means you take it granted that program is going to end now. So I am here for that. I am VC Kamble. The mention here is SM Kamble. Sir has told CV Kamble, but I am VC Kamble. And VC stands for Vijay Chandrakant as well as this Vice Chairman of VJTI Alumni Association. So, thank you, sir. So, Naik sir, he is one batch senior to me, and at that era, he was really how he has explained you the difficult subject in a light mode, and the same gesture was there when we were in college, and definitely by his caliber or mixing with the people, he was the GS of the CESA, and you people are from that department. So really, it is proud moment for us to celebrate this centenary year, and this beautiful lecture arranged by CESA with proper coordination and guidance by Dr. Vayal and Maske sir. So, Naik sir, when we approach him, and one of my colleague, batchmate Hemant Amankar, is a honorary secretary of VJTI Alumni Association. So when Maske sir has thrown that idea, so we should call any person from the civil industry for giving the lecture. So first name came in our mind that who other than Mr. Vivek Naik. He is a batchmate of us and a senior to us, alumni of VJTI, and he is a pioneer in this construction chemical industry. So we called him, and immediately he responded. He honored our word and consented that I will be there. 2-3 times our date has been a little bit changed, but he adjusted accordingly, and he made it possible to hear, to enlighten us about this. What are the construction chemicals? What are the innovations? The future prospectus in this civil industry? What are the new construction techniques? And what are the opportunity for you, young budding engineers? So thank you, Vivek ji, for being with us and enlighten these young budding engineers. So I know you are a very busy person. You are holding many positions in many organizations, though you made it possible to be here. So on behalf of VJTI Alumni Association, the CESA and all the civil engineering department, I express sincere thanks to you. Thank you very much. One of the inspirational and motivational personality, that is Dr. Sachin Kore, our new young and dynamic director of VJTI. So he is taking all the efforts to be there at any occasion, at any incident, to guide and give inspiration to the young engineers. And he proudly say that the students coming over here are quite brilliant. And last candidate, though from any category, he is securing 95 plus. And the college responsibility is to give back to the student also. And accordingly, they are planning to organize many lectures and all the programs they are taking for the benefit of the students. So thank you to Dr. Sachin Kore, our director, and the key persons in organization of this is Dr. Vayal, HOD, and Dr. Maske, our professor, and all Chaudhary sir, Walekar sir, all this Bangali madam, and everybody who is contributed for organizing this lecture. So thank you all, and thank you VJTI Alumni Association, because we are here because we got something from the VJTI, and because of VJTI we are here. So it is our moral responsibility to give something for the students of the VJTI. So thank you all the office bearers, our Sanjeev Dandekar, Ajit Satardekar, so all the here. So thank you all, and you people, because any program we are taking efforts to give something to you, and if you are not there, then there is no use of conducting any programs. So for patience hearing and being with us, so thank you the students, and all the best to you. Thank you very much.
फोटो घेऊया इकडे या तिकडेच बसा इकडे या आहे तसेच बसा इकडे सर तुम्ही नाव